Ready? Does that look okay?
You look beautiful.
That's not very alpha of you. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Sophia, or the Neon Vulture, and this is my boyfriend Adam. He is the epitome of alpha male. He pees on everything.
Marking my
To
territory.
mark his territory. Today we are going to be talking about and sort of deep diving the alpha males of TikTok. We're going to be reacting to some of their educational materials. I know that other channels have covered this stuff, but the truth is, we were looking into it. This rabbit hole just keeps going. It's endless.
I also haven't seen most of these.
Oh yeah, he hasn't seen a lot of
These
them.
are fresh.
They are fresh. You deep dived this a while back by yourself, right?
I'd never heard the term red pill before. And the way people were talking about women, like I'd never heard that before.
It's so gross.
It was gross, but it's disguised in this weird camouflage of science and like people saying people are predisposed to different behaviors due to their gender. It's just stereotyping people.
Right.
They're saying like everyone who is a woman is like this and putting them in a little box.
Right. Are you ready?
Ready.
Women do not love men at all. They are incapable of loving men. Listen to what I got to say here.
Oh my God. Who hurt him?
I know. I have some bad news for you. I don't love you.
I already knew that. You're incapable of love.
Women love their children. That's the only way it works. Love flows downwards from man to woman to child, and respect flows upwards from child to woman to man.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
I feel like he just hasn't like had good relationships.
If it weren't so gross, I'd just be sad.
That's the way it works. Now, if you're the man, you can love both the woman and the child.
So you can love me and our child, but I can't love you.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah. The dynamic that we all want, really.
If you know how to do it correctly. And if you're the child, you can respect both the parents.
I feel like this dude was hurt or something.
And
Like,
now he's taking it out on an entire gender instead of just being hurt over like one woman hurting him. Here's another one. This guy, he's pretty prolific. I'm sure that there are other people who have covered him before. He's a very avid GIF user. He's got a lot of GIFs, like on all his videos. I think it's maybe to distract from his face. Sorry.
Here's the best way to compliment a girl to make her see you as different from all the rest. First, a man did a study on Tinder.
I like that they said like a study on Tinder as if it's like a scientific study.
He used pictures of girls that were hot, made a profile with them, and his goal was to see how many messages they got per day. You would think 10 or 15. No. On average, each profile got over 200 messages per day from guys.
Is that accurate?
Are you saying I'm hot?
Well, I mean, we met through Tinder, so like,
We did meet through Tinder.
was that what it was like for you? Did you get like?
No. Hundreds of messages a day.
Saying things like, you're so pretty, you're beautiful, you have a nice... Compliments like that make it easy for her to weed you out. But here is the best way to compliment. The formula is as follows. Most girls are A, but you are B.
That's one of my least favorite things on the planet. Most girls are blank, but you're blank. Most girls are dumb, but you're smart.
That's so rude. No matter what it is. Like,
Right. There's no good way to do that.
If you're complimenting anyone and saying like most girls are not like that, like that's rude. It's
I
like
should've,
assuming that women are jealous and want to feel like superior to other women.
I so rarely feel that way. When I see like another girl who's like succeeding, I'm like, go. I don't know what this is, but another girl looking beautiful doesn't negate my beauty, and another girl doing well doesn't negate my success.
Right.
This is literally straight from my book. Here's an example in conversation. Most girls are just annoying or clingy, but something about you makes me want to be around you more. Two things happen here. When you say that, you social proof yourself. You're saying that there's a lot of girls that are trying to talk to you. People want what others tend to want. The second thing that happens is that you make her feel special, that she isn't like every other girl as long as you genuinely mean the compliment.
But he's like literally telling people to not genuinely mean it.
Right, exactly.
He's literally telling them like this will work for any girl, so like do this. You can't say that like objectively.
How many girls have you fucking talked to?
Apparently a lot.
All of them. He's
Apparently
talked
enough
to all
to
of them.
come up with a formula that works every time. I want to see a study.
I want to see a study.
I would be so disappointed if that works.
Me too, but I also just don't think it would. Everybody's different. I'm sure that there's someone that would work on.
Right.
But to say broadly that it works on all or most women, I just cannot imagine for the life of me that that's true. I just don't buy it.
Me neither.
Oh, this was just a comment I pulled from that video.
It's not.
This is one of my favorites. Like, it's so bad, but it's one of my favorites. And I wanna, you tell me if I've done these to you.
Okay.
These are 4 psychological mind games in dating that women play on men. At number 4, the let's just be friends card.
You're not dating if she says that. So it's
Right.
not a game that they play when they're dating you.
No, it's a game that they're playing when they're saying no and hoping you don't kill them.
That's kind of sad.
Isn't that sad?
It is a little sad. I don't know what he's about to say next, like about this rule.
Oh, it's
But I
it's a
feel
treat.
like it's gonna be something along the lines of when they tell you that you're just friends, like they actually want this, or like you need to push harder. The tip is not gonna be like be friends with her or take the hint.
What's so ironic about this is like the first time we went on a date, I was still kind of wishy-washy, not on you, but just like about what I wanted. And you were like, well, let's be friends. And we were, and now we live together. Not as friends. We're together. We're together. I just needed a little bit of time, and you, correct me if I'm wrong, but you liked me enough to kind of like wait it out, and you also saw me as a full person and not like a sex vending machine.
Or she might say you are a close friend, but here's the thing, if you decline, she might throw a shaming tactic, such as, I knew you didn't really care about me, or you're just there to sleep with me. Don't acknowledge these statements, remain stoic, and never accept the friend zone. Number 3, master of image manipulation. Women know how to take pictures at the right angles, hide guts, double chins, lighting on point, makeup with multiple layers, and proper posing. Don't be so easily deceived. If you see she's an 8 on 10, subtract the number by 3 points for the truth.
What? If she looks good, just expect her to not look good.
Women are far more insecure than you think. A lot of times girls will throw a small jab at you with presuppositions. It's not big enough to overreact, but you feel it nonetheless. Over time, these micro jabs will continue to build up subconscious disrespect she has over you till it's too late.
That's just like emotional abuse. This is the first time I agree with something like
Well, I don't agree that like
all women
do that.
No, they don't.
They fucking don't. It's
Agree
like
with
shitty
him.
people do that.
Yes, exactly.
And number 1, weaponized sexual guilt. The sexual element that she has is used as leverage over you for control. And be sure to check our new Red Pill YouTube video.
I didn't like the implications of that background video. Did you see that?
With the huge dude and like the tiny girl.
Who was like acting kind of childlike, and the sexual guilt thing.
Yeah, what is up with that?
What is up with that? Okay, next one. Caption on this one is, when both your homies bagged the cute one, so you gotta lay pipe to the fat friend.
Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or
Still to be happy about.
you're up 2-0?
Job's not finished.
That's fucking rude.
This is a feminine way of sitting. Now, is it comfortable? Sure. Do I sit like this occasionally? Yes. But if you want to be perceived as more masculine, you need to actually spread a little bit. Man spread, right? The whole idea is to take up space. As men, when we actually sit and we are occupying more space, this is seen as a more dominant position, also more dominant body language. But if you're somebody that is sitting very small, this is something that typically women will do more than men.
That's also just rude. Take up more space. Like,
Yeah, right. Like,
do you see me as more masculine?
yes, daddy. Imagine being so like hyper fixated and like concerned with your masculinity that you're obsessed with the way that you're sitting and the way you're being perceived.
I can imagine that it's less attractive if someone is just like hyper focused on the way they're perceived all the time and like has to sit a certain way at all times, rather than someone who's just like comfortable with the way they are.
These guys, who make these videos, they tend to talk about things like confidence, but like nothing they say screams confidence to me. Everything they say screams insecurity. Okay, we're back. Might notice a slightly different lighting, and Adam is slightly damp. Our camera died, and then we have to take the dog out.
I had one of my boys, who I coach on Patreon, send me this. Fellas, let's talk. Fellas, listen. If she likes you, she's breaking all the rules. If she don't like you, she's making them. My boy wanted to grab some coffee with her, and she said, let's get to know each other more first so I can be more comfortable. Do you have Snapchat?
Oh my god, Snapchat.
Yeah, he just looks disgusted by
He's so pissed.
Snapchat.
Snapchat is a place where girls send all of their orbiters. She's gonna send you pictures of her feet.
She is?
She's gonna send you pictures of her coffee and say, streaks, streaks.
Who says that?
I don't know anyone who says that.
If this woman wanted to get to know you more, she would have offered you her number. When dealing with women, you want to be in your masculine frame. That means you are leading her. The best thing to do in this situation is to put your cards on the table and walk away.
They talk about women like they're not people. Like, just behave normally.
This is also just a bizarre situation that rarely happens.
I don't know about that, but I've said close to that exact thing to a guy before, and the reason that I did it, and the reason that I know that a lot of other girls who I know have done that, is because it's not that they're trying to be, like, manipulative or, like, keep you in orbit or something. They probably want to get to know you better because they're afraid that if they don't know you and they go on a date with you, you're going to hurt them. Because that happens all the time. It's happened to me. It's a self-protection thing. It's not a manipulation thing.
And also, Snapchat is just fine.
That's also just fine. Even if that weren't the case, what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with Snapchat.
I think I gave you my Snapchat first, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, baby, I don't do Snapchat. If you want to grab coffee, here's my number. Text me. If you need some one-on-one help, grab my Patreon. Let's go, Kings.
Wait, okay, so he has a Patreon where he teaches men to, like, be like this to women.
It's just stupid.
It's so stupid. Do you know guys that think like this?
I mean, like a couple won't talk to people like this about women.
Yeah.
It's also just like this mentality that, like, I know the right way, like, I know what's gonna happen. There's, like, no nuance.
No, there isn't. The way that they talk, I feel like they think of women as, like a weird, like, hive mind thing. And, like, we're all, like, manipulative. And it's not that there aren't manipulative women out there, but there are manipulative people of all genders.
And Snapchat is fine.
Snapchat is fine! Well, I'm gonna go be a manipulative shrew and make you a sandwich.
You better.
Bye!